Imagine you are sitting outside right now, maybe on your porch, maybe at a park. The sun is warm on your face. Birds are singing. Everything feels completely normal. Now imagine, it is just gone, not an eclipse, not a cloud gone. Like someone reached into the solar system and just unplugged it. Here's the terrifying part. You wouldn't even know it happened yet, because light from the sun takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to reach us. So for 8 minutes and 20 seconds, you'd still feel the warmth. You'd still see the light. You'd have no idea your world had already ended. Welcome to Brain Twist. And today we're going to walk through every single second of what happens after the sun disappears. And it is way more terrifying than you think. Right now, minute 0, the sun has vanished. But nobody on Earth knows. The light already traveling toward us hasn't stopped yet. It is like a bullet that has already been fired. It is coming, and it is going to arrive whether the gun still exists or not. Astronomers with special instruments might start noticing something is off almost immediately. Certain measurements would go weird. Solar wind would stop. But to you and me, standing outside, nothing. The sky is blue. The sun is right there. This is actually one of the most unsettling scientific facts about our universe. We don't see the sun as it is. We see it as it was 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago. Every single time you look up at the sun, you are looking at the past. So the clock is ticking, 8 minutes and 20 seconds. That is how long we have before the light runs out. Minute 1, nothing. Minute 3, nothing. Minute 6, nothing. Minute 8 and 19 seconds, and then gone. The first thing most people would notice is the temperature. It doesn't drop instantly. Earth's atmosphere is like a blanket. It holds heat. So in the first hour, you'd see maybe a degree or 2 drop in temperature outside, annoying, but not deadly. What is actually happening in this hour is way more important. And most people never think about it. The electrical grid starts experiencing problems. Solar-powered systems shut down immediately. Satellites that rely on solar panels start switching to backup batteries. Those backups are not meant for long-term use. Farmers are panicking because this has never happened. Scientists are running to labs. Emergency broadcasts are starting to fire off, but nobody knows what to say because what do you even say? The sun is gone. Now here is something wild. Plants. Photosynthesis stops the moment sunlight stops. Every plant on Earth, every single one, has just begun its death clock. They have stored energy so they won't die today. But they've started dying. And here's the keyword researchers and scientists use when they study this. Solar dependency collapse. Every living system on this planet runs on solar energy directly or indirectly, and that chain just got cut at the source. Okay, a week in, and now things are getting genuinely dangerous. Average surface temperature has dropped by around 10 degrees Fahrenheit in most places. That doesn't sound like much, but combine it with no end in sight, and people are starting to panic in ways that matter. Fuel consumption has gone through the roof. Heating systems are running nonstop. Supply chains are getting stressed. Here is something nobody talks about. Within the first week, you'd start seeing food hoarding on a massive scale because people would realize that without sunlight, food production is going to collapse. And they'd be right. Meanwhile, astronomers have confirmed what nobody wanted to confirm. The sun isn't just hidden. It is not a glitch. It is gone. And the gravitational implications are starting to be calculated. See, the sun doesn't just give us light and heat. It holds us. Earth orbits the sun because of gravity. The moment the sun disappears, that gravitational pull vanishes too, almost instantly. Actually, because gravity also travels at the speed of light. So 8 minutes after the sun disappears, Earth is no longer being pulled toward it. We go straight at roughly 67,000 miles per hour into the void of space. No explosion, no dramatic event. We just drift a month out. Surface temperatures have dropped dramatically. We're talking minus 100 degrees Fahrenheit on the surface of most of the planet. The oceans are starting to freeze at the surface. Not all the way through. Water holds heat remarkably well, but enough to be apocalyptic. Most plant life on the surface is dead or dying. Animals that eat plants are in crisis. Animals that eat those animals, same thing. The food web is collapsing from the bottom. Here is where it gets interesting though, and this is the part that might actually give you a tiny bit of hope in an otherwise bleak scenario. Deep ocean hydrothermal vents. These are places on the ocean floor where Earth's internal heat creates warm water, and there are entire ecosystems there, shrimp, tube worms, bacteria, that have never needed sunlight a single day in their existence. They run on geothermal energy, and a month after the sun disappears, they're completely fine. Life, it turns out, is stubborn. And human beings, we're stubborn too. In places like Iceland, which already runs heavily on geothermal energy, and near volcanic regions, survival becomes more plausible, not comfortable, not easy, but possible. A year in, Earth's average surface temperature approaching minus 400 degrees Fahrenheit. At that point, the atmosphere itself, the air we breathe, starts to freeze and snow down onto the surface. Nitrogen, oxygen falling as snow. The planet is essentially becoming a frozen rock. Any surface life that wasn't already protected is gone. The oceans are frozen solid to a great depth. Earth is now something that, if an alien telescope spotted it in 1,000 years, would look like just another cold, dead rock in space. But here is what science actually tells us about the human survival question, and this is where it gets genuinely fascinating. Theoretical physicist Michio Kaku and other scientists have actually discussed scenarios where small pockets of humanity could survive using nuclear energy and geothermal energy. Deep underground, growing food under artificial light, using Earth's internal heat as a power source. Earth's core is 10,800 degrees Fahrenheit. It is not going anywhere. It has been burning for 4.5 billion years, and it'll keep going for billions more. The sun leaving doesn't touch that. So theoretically, and this is wild, a small group of humans in the right location with the right technology could survive. Not comfortably. Not as civilization as we know it, but survive. Now here is the thing that really messes with your head. This scenario, a star disappearing, isn't science fiction. It happens. Stars die. Stars go supernova. Stars collapse into black holes or neutron stars. In our galaxy alone, roughly 1 or 2 stars per century go supernova. Our sun is actually a remarkably stable, remarkably long-lived star. It is a G-type main sequence star, what astronomers call a yellow dwarf, and it has roughly 5 billion years of fuel left. So we're not in immediate danger, but the exercise of imagining it gone teaches us something important. Every single part of our lives, every breath you take, every meal you eat, every degree of warmth you feel, traces back to that one star 93 million miles away. The food you had for breakfast existed because of the sun. The fuel in your car existed because of ancient plants that ran on sunlight millions of years ago. Even your body heat, your metabolism, is powered by food that came from the sun. We are, in the most literal scientific sense, solar-powered creatures living on a solar-powered planet. And the fact that it has been there, consistent, reliable, showing up every single morning for 4.6 billion years, is honestly one of the most underrated miracles in the universe. So the next time you are complaining about a hot day, maybe give the sun a break. It is literally keeping every living thing on this planet alive. And it has been doing it for longer than our species has existed. What is wild is that this entire scenario, every timeline we walk through, is based on real science, real physics, real biology. The sun's gravitational hold, the speed of light, the temperature models, the geothermal survival theory. All of it is studied, documented, and peer-reviewed. If your brain is twisted right now, good, that is the point if you want more videos that take massive scientific questions and break them down in a way that actually sticks. You know what to do. Subscribe to Brain Twist, because we've got a lot more of these coming. And trust me, some of them are even wilder than this one. What should we explore next? Drop it in the comments. We read every single one. See you in the next one.